Hello and welcome to Historical Gameplay, where we recreate history's famous wars and conquests. Now, this is series on Wars of Pyrrhus and his story so far. We had the historical character appeared, Alexander II. So Alexander, historically, he was a second son of Pyrrhus. So I'm not sure why we did not see appearance of Ptolemy. Ptolemy was his first and eldest son from Antigone. Antigone was a stepdaughter of Ptolemy the first of Egypt. He was a benefactor of Pyrrhus. So before Alexander, he actually had that Ptolemy, his eldest son. He was very capable military commander. However, we do not get him. We get Alexander, who was born later on, and whose mother was Lanassa of Agaphocles of Sicily. So I do not know the reason for it. I think the best solution would be just to have all these starting characters here with his wife, with the Pyrrhus starting as a married man, if possible. I'm not sure if it is possible. And having all these three sons and a daughter Olympia as well. Anyway, we have Alexander here. And what we did with him, we sent him to improve public order, and now we want to marry him. Let's see. Okay, excellent. So now he's got a wife, and we will see if we can give her some of these ancillaries as well to improve her. Let me see what she's given him. Okay, 2 cunning, loyalty from Molossian dynasty. It's fantastic. This is pretty good. For herself, can we give her something that would actually give us a bit of a cunning, public order, wealth? Okay, let's give her coin forger, and what else? And local bandit, I suppose, because she will not be engaged in any military operations. So let's give her this. Okay, so this is it. Alexander is now sorted. He should be a king after Pyrrhus's death. Is his second son. He also had Helenus, who was the youngest son. Now, what else has happened? We had Pyrrhic army, our royal army, fully replenished. We recruited 1 unit of Levi hoplites. We would like now to subdue all of Sicily because we want to take over and the entirety of the island. So we're going to take Pyrrhus. We're going to first and foremost attack this city. This is essentially a bread, but oh, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge casualties on our side. Pyrrhic victory, and we lost the unit. Okay, so yes, we will. Oh, however, look at the loot. This is pretty good, pretty good. So we want this for ourselves because this is a breadbasket of Sicily. As you can see here, this is 25 grain. It gives us. We're going to repair all of it, or at least most of it. What is this one? Okay, yes, we're going to repair it. We want to keep Sicily if we can. This we're going to get rid of because I want to focus on improving the trade resource in this settlement. Here we have also the trade resource is iron. So let us have a look. I think I'm going to go for mine shaft here because it doesn't have any negatives immediately. It's got a bit of a resource increase and wealth, and second and third class of citizens are going to be increased as well. So we're going to go for the mine shaft here. Okay, so this is all done. Now we have a bit of money. We've got a bit of money, so Sicily is ours. We're going to see what else can we recruit here. Not much else. We're going to dismiss you. Quite pricey. We're going to merge these two because they're quite they're not very useful, shall we say. We're going to perhaps recruit a unit. Should we recruit a unit of Sicilian militias? I will return to this. Let us have a look here. What is happening again? So here we cannot recruit. We are stuck. Maybe we would want to look into upgrading this navy a bit more. Here we have a bit of money, so I wonder if I can dismiss these levies and maybe get some sort of a professional or certainly semi-professional unit in place. Something not too expensive, but something decent and more solid than these levies that shouldn't really be drafted in a kind of a peacetime we have here in Greece. So we are going to go for one of these Agrianian assault infantry. Let's go for 2 of this and this. Okay, that's all we can, because yeah, I want to start beefing up the forces here as well, just in case, because if by, you know, whatever miracle we manage to repulse these guys whenever they try to attack us, then I think the situation is pretty dire and we might need to ship some forces, even though I'm trying to avoid it at all costs, because this was not historically the case. Historically, Pyrrhus was here with the army in Sicily, first in Magna Graecia, then in Sicily. He actually had a sort of a blitzkrieg here. He arrived, took over all of the island apart from Lilybaeum here. Carthaginians didn't put a fight, they were retreating the whole time. There was not a single pitched battle. They managed to hold on to some of the settlements, but those were quickly overtaken by Pyrrhus. And some of them switched sides, so the only stronghold they were left with at the end, within a year, it was Lilybaeum, the city here on the isthmus here. It was really tough to take. It would take Romans several years during the Punic Wars to dislodge the Carthaginians from here, because Pyrrhus did not have a navy of its own. Well, he had over 200 ships. Most of them were, however, from Syracuse, and that was not enough. So the only way to take the settlement here was to blockade from the sea. He could not compete with the Carthaginian navy, with the fleet he had. So he resorted to sort of a press gang in here. Instead of like switching strategy from winning minds and hearts of the Sicilian Greeks, he tried to press them into his navy, because what he really needed is the oarsmen for his ships. It's like a little bit like a British Empire during the early modern period. You have these press gangs that catch people and sort of force them into the position, into the, you know, becoming oarsmen in his new fleet. That was very, very unpopular. Cities started to actually approaching Carthaginians again. And they conspired against him, and it would not end very well. And he needed this navy not only to actually get rid of the Lilybaeum, but also he wanted to recreate what Agaphocles done before him. He wanted to land in Sicily, like it happened a generation ago, and in Africa, and kind of force Carthaginians to terms here, because they actually offered the terms, but he refused them. They wanted to maintain their presence in Lilybaeum, but they offered money and ship and support in return. He rejected it. Pyrrhus said that I want you to completely evacuate the island, and that did not happen. They actually then encouraged Mamertines here to attack the cities in eastern Sicily. He had to abandon the siege of Lilybaeum, head back, defeated those Mamertine mercenaries, former mercenaries, in battle, however didn't take the cities, and then he had to repeat the operation, return to Lilybaeum the following campaigning season. But by this time it was properly supplied with the troops, with ammunition, with the grain. So there was so many siege equipment, they say, that they didn't have the room on the walls to place them on, so there's no way he could take it. And that leads back to that point I was making about him needing larger navy and pressing people into the oarsmen's service with his supposedly newly created navy that he wanted to then use to repeat the invasion of Africa of Agaphocles a generation earlier, and that led to a lot of resentment in Sicily. However, going back to our game here, right, I think we've done pretty much with everything else. Now the only thing I could think of is maybe hiring, how long it's gonna take us 5 turns. That's not good enough. Let's dismiss this unit. Let's get 1 unit of local militias here instead. We're going to leave all of this as it is for now. So Sicily is ours. This is our military allies. Sicily, I'm hoping to turn it into sort of a bread basket. As you can see, I'm building all the... I'm dismantling actually. I'm building all the buildings that are going to hopefully serve us in creating this situation, because it was very rich in grain. It even offered some to the Romans during the Punic Wars and time of hardship in Rome. So we're going to end the turn now, I believe. Maybe I will actually go ahead and recruit a couple of more units for our navy. So we bring it up to 10. in case Rome decides to attack. So I'm really hoping they will attack us now. It hasn't been a case. They've been sitting here for the whole summer and just sieging. Let's try again. Okay, we're back. Romans have not attacked, still sieging us. We have this offer. Our envoys have discovered a woman in a foreign village who seems to be blessed with the power of persuasion. We could hire her to assist, blah blah blah. If I hire her, what does that mean? Is that going to cost us something? Time to secure a political advantage. Okay, let's hire her. Let's see what that's going to be like. Yes, it wasn't, there was no cost attached, no immediate cost anyway. Now we have a bad situation, however, it seems, in Sicily. So we're going to see, yes, this is what I wanted to build, industrialized farms. Wow, 10 grain, etc. And it gives us second-class citizens as well. So this is what I wanted. Excellent. Now I would like to dispatch Alexander here potentially to hopefully help us with some public order in Sicily. It's horrible. It's absolutely terrible. 89, and it's actually going down. So let's see if he can help it a little bit. Excellent. So yeah, we have, this is, oh, she's getting 2 public order, -2 public order. Okay, so this is our new character that we have acquired last turn. Let's see if we can assign some ancillaries to her to hopefully improve. Okay, let's give her this gentleman. Mercenary commander. No, I don't need any of these guys. I only need, maybe I'll give her a bandit. Okay, we have a bunch of bandits here. Now, what's happening here? The Romans have 3 armies now in the field. 1, 2, and 3. However, instead of coming to the aid of this army that besieges us, Legio 3, they seem to be marching south. Are they after the Sicily? I don't know. In a way, it's a good thing, because if they come to the aid of this army here, then we're pretty much doomed here, because there's no way I would be able to defend against 2 stacks here. So it's kind of a good thing. Let's see what happens here. In Sicily, we still have bad public order, and yeah, the island is ours. However, there's a problem with the public order here, even though we dispatched Alexander to help and deal with it. Now here, on the other hand, we have some good news. Units have been recruited, the navy has also been recruited, but I'm very reluctant to move it from here, because if I do, the chances are they might attack us in the meantime, and I will deprive myself of this reinforcement. So we're kind of stuck here with the navy for now. Let's see how far these guys can get. Oh, they can actually move on to Sicily next turn. This is not very good, is it? Okay, this is another solid stack. Now what can we do? We want actually Pyrrhus to return as soon as he can to Taurus. So let's try and march him here. Let's try and march him here. That is good. So can we do anything here? No. Okay, we'll leave him here for now. Here the situation is again pretty bad. Can we dispatch our queen here? No, we can't help that. Okay, so fingers crossed. Oh wow, this looks like we have a rebellion on our hands next turn, but it's too late now. I already moved him from the position. Okay, so we're gonna come back next episode and see whether the Sicilians are actually rebelling or not. We'll find out what happens with these 2 armies here. We're also going to monitor this force, and yes, that is pretty much it for this turn. We are pretty much done, except for this very bad situation with the public order in Sicily. I don't think there is anything else we can do here. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing, following, liking the channel and commenting, and I will see you in the comments. Take care.